the bat. You don't want to miss it. Okay, good. We are recording any potential inspirational words, but no, seriously, we welcome all of our PTK advisors. Hope that you are able to have some coffee or some tea. Those of y'all that know me know I love the holidays and I love coffee, so I have my Christmas spirit here, and I'm totally fired up. But we wanted to start off just by reminding you something we always tell students, that you should get your network to be as big as it possibly can be, because wherever you are going and whatever you want to accomplish, you need people in order to do it, right? So you want that network to be big. And to that end, we always ask, if you can, just drop in the chat your name and where you are, the advisor at. Let us know your college, your chapter name, anything you want to let us know, because we definitely engage down there in the chat. We'll also have questions and answers towards the end of it. But we are here today simply to cheers to you, the advisors. I wanted to start off by saying a very quick thank you, Liesl from the great state of Alabama. Nice to see you on there. It's always a pleasure to see you, and all the others who are jumping in there from Michigan to Alabama and everywhere else in between. I want to say a quick thank you to Patty Van Adder, who really came up with the idea of having these sessions. I guess when we first started talking about it, I was like, oh, maybe, we do lots of different virtual stuff. I don't know, kind of, should we do this? And Patty said, no, Blake, advisors, or we get new advisors all the time, and advisors need a space for us to, on a monthly basis, engage. It's not, an obligation. It's not like if you miss one, someone's checking it off or, mad about it. It's just so that that at least one time a month, there is this open forum with our student engagement team. We've been through a lot in the past year, a couple of years. One of the things I think that we've learned is that we can engage virtually in a lot of the same ways that we engage when we're one-on-one. We can talk in a real way, we can laugh, we can be casual, we can have coffee, we can have other drinks. Don't tell me what's in your coffee cup, whatever. And we are on the front lines of student success, and we need to be engaged with each other, to learn from each other, to hear what's happening out in the field. And we've had a lot of sessions over this fall semester about PTK programs, right? Talking about our EDGE programs, Honors in Action, College Project, Hallmark Awards, nominating advisors for awards and students and administrators for awards. But we're really here today just to say thank you to you, the advisors, and to cheers and toast to you. And I want to just be candid that we on our end absolutely see how hard it has been over the past couple of years with student engagement. We thought we were going to all be together at Catalyst in 2020, getting ready to go to Texas, and life felt normal. And in what's now not even been 2 years, our whole conception of what it means to engage each other has changed, right? We have been through different variants. We have been through ups and downs of the pandemic. We've lost loved ones. We've lost advisors, we've lost friends, we've lost students, and we've seen how hard it is for our students to stay engaged, to keep working towards a degree or credential with everything that keeps getting thrown at them. But the one thing that has not changed is our belief, and I would say it's beyond a belief, it's documented in fact, that PTK advisors are the greatest student success champions that you will find in the community college space, in all of higher ed. If you're a PTK advisor, you are someone who goes above and beyond the basic requirements of your job to try to make a difference and to help somebody's life be better. Whether you are submitting an application or helping a student submit an application for a scholarship, whether you're writing a recommendation for transfer, whether you are working on an Honors in Action project, lovingly guiding a student to perhaps choose better sources, whether you are saying, hey, our project wasn't what we hoped for, but let's submit it so that we can at least be a 5-star chapter. Whatever it is that you are doing out there, we know that you're doing it because you care. And we're here today to celebrate you and to celebrate everything that it means to be a PTK advisor. So I want to, just as I kind of close my remarks, say thank you to Patty Van Adder, who pushed for us to have these. Every session that we've had, I have left feeling engaged and inspired. Lots of you have sent messages to say, like, kind of like what our students will say, like, wow, I was struggling, my day wasn't going great, but I hopped on here and I kind of got that PTK positivity, that energy that I needed to go back and to accomplish everything that I needed to do. So thank you to Patty for not taking no for an answer from me. One of the great things is whenever you get to work with people and then they come back like, Blake, I know you said no, but really you want to think about that one again, and you're like, all right, let me go back to the table and hear it again. So for the record and for the recording here, I was right, Patty was wrong. That happens a lot with our team, full disclosure. So I know Susan can give some examples from the honor study topic, and then I'm like, no, I see your point. You were right. This is a better topic. But we just appreciate y'all. We're grateful for your friendship and your partnership. And for us, you are that network of supporters and cheerleaders and challengers and encouragers who help us keep going. Even though it's been really a tough couple of years, we see the difference that you're making. We see that when you do these chapter projects, it makes a difference. And every day we hear from students and administrators, community leaders that are better off because of the work that you do on your colleges, on your campuses, and in your community. So thank you, PTK Advisors, for all that you do. To kind of get us started, I'm going to turn it over to Susan Edwards. And what we're going to do is we just wanted every member of the student engagement team that's here with us today to get to just say just a couple of words about something in this past year of student success work that inspired us or that meant something to us, because you really do mean a lot to us, and you can see our team members on there. So I'll turn it over to Susan Edwards, who is our Associate Vice President of Honors Programs and Undergraduate Research. All things honors program, that's Susan Edwards, and a whole lot more. So I'll turn it over to you, Susan, now. And thanks everybody for being here.
Thanks so much, Blake. And it's always an honor to be among Phi Theta Kappa Chapter Advisors. I'm very, very thankful to have been an advisor and very thankful to get to work with so many of you. So cheers this year to all of you who invited us to speak at your chapter meetings and at your regional events. You give us the opportunity to interact with everybody and hear what you were doing and see the creativity that's out there in chapters and in regions. It is inspiring, it's energizing, and it has been a great year for that, despite the fact that we haven't necessarily seen each other in person. Also, cheers to all of you who coached your students to write and submit honors and action grant applications, because that's meant a great deal to us as well, and to the Mellon Foundation to be able to reach community college students and through you, your colleges and your communities. And it's really been exciting as reports are coming in to hear what you've done and how you've elevated projects and just really made a difference in your communities. So cheers to all of you. Cheers to each of you. I saw several of you as you were coming on here who have gone through the Leadership Development Studies certification sessions. I really wasn't sure how well we could do that on Zoom. And you are champions. It has been so much fun. I would leave each day feeling energized and lucky to be there and learn so much from you as you did your teach back session. So I hope many more of you will consider that in 2022. And then cheers to all those of you who served as faculty scholars over the past 2 years, because you had the most unusual faculty scholar tenure of anybody, and yet you all work together. You managed to create a group, a team of people to work together and to reach through our virtual Honors Institute so many people, almost 800 people. And I want you to know how much I appreciate you and how much I've really loved working with each and every one of you. And then finally, cheers to a really special group to me, members of the Honors Program Council. And I know some of you are here today as well, or some of you may be listening to this recording later, but it's an honor to get to work with you. And I so appreciate this year, 2021, when you spent we spent time together writing the 2022-2023 Honors Program Guide. It's so exciting for those of you who haven't yet seen it. It'll be here later in January. It's brilliant. The council did a spectacular job. And though we ask that you don't share this on social media, it's all about the art and science of play. So looking forward, we can't wait to see what you do with that. So cheers to all of you. I hope you have the most happy and restful holiday season. Back to you, Patty.
Thanks, Susan. We are going to move on to Jennifer Stanford, who's our Associate Vice President of Program Implementation.
Wow, well, it's hard to follow Blake and Susan, but I do want to just take a moment to say thank you to all of our advisors. I know we kid on the engagement side of Phi Theta Kappa. We really can expect a lot out of our chapter advisors. I mean, between Honors in Action and College Project and, you know, getting ready to go to a regional meeting or convention and all the other things that we do in between, it really can be a big ask on top of everything else that you're doing. And because I've had the opportunity to work with another opportunity for students, I have come to realize that sometimes it can strike fear in an advisor's heart to hear one of their members say, you know, I'd like to run for international office. And so we know that that could be extraordinary, and it's an incredible leadership opportunity just to campaign, not to mention to serve, but it can also bring an advisor through a lot of stress. And a few years ago, we did ask that advisors, you know, not have to serve on the campaign team. So we tried to give you an out when it came to wearing costumes and getting too crazy with the campaign, but there's still so much that goes into it. And we really cannot thank you enough for championing those students that, you know, you see that spark and you know that they have the potential to go even further with their goals, with their education, with their leadership. And you bravely say yes when they want to try things like running for office. And so just from the bottom of my heart, thank you for all that you do. We really do appreciate everything you do for Phi Theta Kappa. And as Susan said, we hope that you get lots of rest and your holiday break is not full of Hallmark awards. We really do hope that you get some time to refresh and recharge, and we'll see you again in the new year. So thanks, Patty. I'll send it back to you.
Thanks, Jennifer. And I too hope that we're not that they are all not working on Hallmark Awards during break. It is my pleasure to ask Reagan Chastain to provide a few words.
Good afternoon, everybody. As a former chapter advisor, I just want to say thank you. I know how much work goes into being a chapter advisor and how rewarding it can be. And I just hope that you guys take just a minute to pause, you know, even in the midst of the chaos of, you know, finishing up Hallmarks, and just think about how much you're affecting those students' lives. I mean, I still get emails and text messages from students from, you know, 5-6 years ago, and just the difference that Phi Theta Kappa made in their life. And you are a huge part of that. Without you all, we would not, you know, we would not be able to reach as many students as we do. And so I am just so overwhelmed and so grateful to be a part of this team and to be able to work with you all to reach those students in the ways that we do. And I just want to, I was thinking about, you know, as we're approaching Hallmarks this year, I was thinking about last year's entries and reading those and how overwhelmed I was at the great work you guys are still able to do in the midst of the chaos of 2020 and 2019. I mean, you guys, I mean, in our Change Makers Journal, I mean, it just really highlighted how creative some of you are and how determined that you are, because we could see the adversity in some of the writing, in the Civic Scholar and in the Changemakers Journal. And so I'm just really super excited to see what you guys have done this year, because I'm sure you've went above and beyond again this year, and look forward to reading those entries this year. And I thank you so much for promoting our online EDGE courses. That obviously is a huge part of my job, is trying to make sure that those are available to our students, and not only available, but engaging and educational, right? I mean, obviously we want to make sure that we're providing the most accurate information, and providing information that our students need in professional development. And so we are just really, I can't thank you enough for promoting those things among your students. And if you ever have any questions about any of that, please do feel free to reach out. It's just an honor to be able to help you guys with those things. So like everyone else, I hope you guys all have a wonderful holiday season. And if you need us, you know where to find us.
Thanks, Reagan. I'm not sure if Jason Quick has joined us yet, our regional website developer. No, I know he's very busy today.
Jason's working on something very important, so no Jason right now.
No, Jason. Well, we send Jason, thanks all of you for everything that you do. Jason's really busy working with the regions and the regional websites, and we're just thrilled that Jason is part of the student engagement team. We're going to move right on then to Ryan Martin, Chapter Outreach and Development Coordinator for Divisions 3 and 4.
Oh my goodness, I'm so happy to see you all. Thank you all for being here today. Sorry, my background is the Starbucks background, but they're doing construction in front of my house, and it had to be Cox. And if any of you all know about Cox, it's horrible. So I just appreciate you all being here, and it's good to see all of your faces. For this being my first year as headquarters staff, and being on the different side of not being an advisor or a regional coordinator, I've always been proud to be, an advisor or a regional coordinator, but just to see you all in action, to see what you've done over the years, the last 2 years in particular, the way you're still motivating your students, the way you're still motivating yourself, that's really huge, and the work couldn't be done without you all. So I really appreciate all the work you do. I learn something new every day when it comes to being in this role, and something that, I could have taken as an advisor or a regional coordinator. A highlight, is just watching you all work, watching the students develop. I saw a student in the greater Northwest region yesterday have an aha moment, and I felt amazing. Like, yes, she got it. And she's only been on since October, but she got that. And she's like, I'm here until spring 2023. So I'll be calling you and emailing you all the time. And I was like, please do. Here's my cell phone number so you can get through right away type thing. So, just seeing that growth. Patty and I this morning were talking about how we miss the interaction with the students. So that felt really great to have that interaction with a student in that aha moment. But from the bottom of my heart, thank you for all the hard work you all do, and continue to do, even though you already work long hours, and you're grading papers, or you're wrestling with a whole division, or you're the dean of something, you're the VP of something. We really, really do appreciate the time you put in with Phi Theta Kappa and your students. So thank you, and happy holidays and happy new year.
Thank you, Ryan. Well, I guess it's my turn, and It's been a year for me as well, being on staff with Phi Theta Kappa. I got to be an advisor for about 10 years and of course a regional coordinator. And I always said that I was a better regional coordinator than I was an advisor, right? For lots of reasons. But I have learned so much in this past year from having this opportunity to work with all of you. I mean, for as much as we like to provide you best practices and different ways of looking things, we learn those things from listening to you. So the more we get to engage with you, the more we learn, the more that we can help assist all the advisors across the country. There have been, in a little bit, we're going to talk about statistics, not a whole lot, but some amazing numbers from this year. And, you know, every week, Ryan and I are welcoming new advisors that are being announced, some coming on board in October of this year, and they are committed to having their chapter earn that 5-star chapter award at the end of the year, because they know and they have seen the power of what Phi Theta Kappa can do for our students. And you know, one of the things that you know, keeps us going is watching you with your students online and what you're doing, and when you submit your Hallmark awards and seeing the pride that you have, it empowers us to want to be better in the support that we provide you. So from the bottom of my heart, you have all made a transition that I thought I could not do a year ago. So much more enjoyable and easier and rewarding. And I can't ever thank you enough for what you're doing on the ground, in your chapters, on your campuses with your students. And thank you for sharing that little bit with all of us every day. So I think right now we're gonna take a break, right? Ryan, are you ready for the game? You're muted, Ryan.
Because I don't have my double screens, I'm gonna put it into the chat because it's just a little hard to try to. Sorry.
Okay, I'm
technology.
gonna stop sharing so we just can see everybody then. All right, awesome. We're gonna play a little game called the Naughty List. This is gonna be fun. None of you are on the naughty list, we know, right, Ryan? Right, Blake? Right, Susan? They're not on the naughty list, but let's see.
So what we are going to do is everybody is going to, I'm going to throw out some questions, and in those questions, it's kind of like never have I. So never have I done this or never have I done that. And then you're just going to answer those questions, and you're just going to hold up. So every time you haven't done something, you'll hold up your fingers and put up 1, or you could do it this way and bring it down. So whatever works for you. And then, so the first one is, and this is being on the naughty or nice list, is you have never gifted a present. All right, another one is you never wished it snowed in Jackson, Mississippi on Hallmark Award deadline day.
I don't see anybody's hands up.
You are in a safe space. It's a safe space. Another one, you tidied your background before this call.
It always looks this way. So,
I believe it.
Is that your actual house?
no, it's a
You-
background.
You could have fooled me. I just thought you were so cozy and Christmassy today.
I was saying the same thing. Like, man, I wish it was a fireplace here. Okay. You never bought a present last minute. Here's a good one. And I know we've all done that, especially for some of us that are parents, pretended to like a gift. especially if it's like if it's from your own parents too. You're like, yeah, this is really nice. I really like it. Thanks. Merry Christmas.
Oh, your mother-in-law.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I can totally relate, Reagan. I can totally relate. Okay. You never rolled your eyes during a chapter meeting. Oh, but when Patty and I were coming up with some of these, they were super funny, and I was cracking up. And this might be because we've just been so busy and you just haven't had time, but you haven't wished anyone happy holidays this year. Sometimes it's the finals and everything, and it's down to the wire. Hallmarks are due. And then you've bought more coal than cupcakes. And that could just be you bought more gifts than not. I bought a whole bunch for my nephew Aiden yesterday. They have $10 teddy bears that are like 3 feet tall at Target. So I couldn't pass that up. All righty. That was all. We just wanted to take a chance for y'all to laugh and just relax a little bit. It was just more of us just having a good time, laughing, and making everybody smile.
Hey, Ryan, how about if right now, I think this would be a good time before we go through the rest of the program. How about if we announce who our one advisor is?
Oh,
who has
yeah.
attended all 7 sessions, now 8, who has earned the backpack full of goodies. Drum roll, please.
So you'll get this backpack and it'll have a whole bunch of amazing goodies inside. And that person is Mary Linder. Woohoo.
Who is Mary Linder? I haven't heard of her, but I want to get to know her.
Don't know. I think something about the Texas Regional Coordinator and also representative on the board of directors and an outstanding advisor. So thanks, Mary, for all your support.
Yes, thank you so much.
Mary, do you have any words for us? Shouldn't you have to say a speech or something?
Yeah.
You don't want to no, you don't open that for me. You know, I always have things to say. No, I do appreciate that. Thank you so much. And I just want to also just say I appreciate the opportunity for these sessions. I think that they've been great. It's wonderful to connect, especially because we haven't been together in person for so long. And so this has really been a great opportunity. So thank you. And I hope we get to keep doing this.
Yeah, me too. Me too. And I think I did want to do one thing. I think we have some brand new advisors, like they're only a week into their service. Ooh. So please introduce yourself. I'm going to call some people out. I don't know if I see anybody. Is Todd Yerby with us? I think he was earlier.
He might have jumped off.
You might have jumped off. Anybody just starting their term of service as an advisor in 2021 that's with us today? Just read Anna Gergen, yes. Angela Foster, yes. Yay. Barbara, I see Barbara. Oh, Barbara's been around a while. Lisa Mayer, yay. See a lot. Okay, well, thank you. And we hope you'll stay. We hope you will not run away after this meeting. We are glad to be working with you. And we have also, we're going to read another statistic shortly where we have only a small, we're very young now in Phi Theta Kappa as far as advisors. We have a small window of advisors that have served between 25 and 50 years. Yes, we have an advisor that has served for 50 years. There's only 43 of those advisors. So think about that. We are a very young advisor group. And so our job from here on out is to make sure you want to stay and keep doing it and help you in all that you do. So I'm going to go back to sharing my screen again. And let's see, make sure we have, there we go. Share sound. Okay. All right. So let's take a look. So what a year it has been, right? 441 new advisors we have welcomed this year since January, since Ryan and I have been doing welcomes to all of the advisors. So if you are among those 441, Hang in there. It gets easier, we promise. And the other thing is that every year is brand new. So even if you're an advisor that has served for many years, you know that you being the constant at your chapter, every year is brand new officer teams and new opportunities. So, you know, hang in there. 43 advisors will be celebrating anywhere from 25 to 50 years of service this year. 53 advisors in the year 2021 have completed the 5-star advisor curriculum, and we are grateful that you do. We've had, I believe the total number is approaching 1,000 advisors have completed the program, and it's very beneficial. If you haven't had a chance, not that I want you to give up your whole entire winter break doing it, but maybe just take a look at it. It's a good time right before you get back to take a look at that program and how it can help you. And the next statistic Ryan and I are really happy about, we set a goal when we came on board. Well, actually Blake set the goal, I think, right, Blake? That we would cross the 600 mark of chapter setting a goal in the 5-star chapter plan. As of this morning, we're at 535. We keep pushing and pushing because we know what the plan does for chapters and building that strong, engaged chapter. It takes the pressure off of advisors having to reinvent wheels and reinvent and implementing things. We do all that for you, and our job is to provide you the support. And so, you know, when you're looking at that plan at any given time from now the rest of the year and then into January when we come back, if you need some help, there's still time, right? There's still time. We're going to say there's still time up until the last day. And I looked at the weather reports. It doesn't look like Jackson's going to get any snow. So I don't think any of us are going to get it here in the East either. It's a very warm winter so far. So we thank you. We can't achieve these goals and these milestones without you. And we're really grateful for your service to our members. And one of the things that we wanted to do is share some of the photos that we found that we find really inspiring, that we live off of every day, to get, you know, to see what's going on and to see the confidence that the students stand taller because of you, that they achieve more because of you. So let's take a look at this year and all of what you've done. All right, now that I get all the buttons straight now, we don't play that again. We hope you enjoyed that. We thank you for all that you've done, and we hope that you see all your hard, we know you see your hard work every day. And you know, for those times when we're at our meetings, and I may have rolled my eyes at a chapter meeting once or twice, but at the end of the year, when you get to see the students standing tall and proud and everything that they've done to change their lives and those around them, it's just inspiring. So we, like I said, we can't thank you enough. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Just a couple of, we do want to open it up for questions. If any of you have any questions right now, before we log off, we have one more announcement to make. Exciting that we are already planning our sessions for next when we come back in January. So does anybody have any questions, concerns, or want to say anything?
I had one.
Hi, Angela.
My co-advisor and I were both wondering what is the temperature of the discussion of whether or not Catalyst will be in person this year.
Great question. I don't know. Is Blake on? Go ahead, Blake. Do you want to take that?
Yep, we'll be in person and virtual. So hybrid, Catalyst is hybrid this year. So for those of you that want to be there, and you can book your hotel rooms now, I will say, just in looking at the numbers, there are lots of hotel rooms that got booked already. So I think there's lots of folks planning to be there. But we also will have a virtual option as well.
I have a question pertaining to the virtual option, if I may. A price.
Yeah, Brandon, the price?
Yes, I'm sorry. Was distracted for a second. The cost of a virtual, so we can plan accordingly. How would I find that out?
Hey, so registration will go live very, very, very soon with all those details on there for Catalyst. Any Catalyst questions will be, and there'll be a FAQ section. Right now, you can book hotel rooms, but all the registration pricing options, which are a little more complex in a hybrid world because there's lots of different levels, will be out very, very, very soon.
Okay, thank you very much.
Does anybody go traveling for the holiday break? Anybody going anywhere, do anything fun, taking a cruise? How many of us are just going to sleep? I'm just going to sleep. I'm telling you that right now. That's my choice of, yes, for sure, for sure. Okay, awesome. We will be back with our next session on January the 5th at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're calling it Rock the Finish Line. A new registration link will be sent out to all of you between today and, well, in the recap for today's session. And you can share it. You can register, and you can also use the same link to share with your chapter officers and members. In that particular session, it will be the last opportunity that we will be able to get together before the deadlines of individual and chapter hallmark awards. So you could, and also the 5-star chapter development plan update. So if you have any questions, please join us for that. And after that, starting in February, we will start all over again with new sessions, and we'll start at the beginning of the year, and we'll get a, yes, January the 5th of 2022 on Wednesday. 3 p.m. Blake, did you have anything else you wanted to add? Because I think I'm done. I don't have anything else.
Yep, just wanted to, let everyone know, like a lot of y'all, we go on a little bit of a holiday break at PTK, but we know that you might still have questions and things that come up. So if something comes up over the break and you need quick help, email help@ptk.org. Somebody will be helping that. But also, if it's about chapters and programs and things like that, please don't hesitate to shoot me an email at blake.ellis@ptk.org. For you, our trusted partners and friends, I'll be happy to answer. And I know that sometimes you may find yourself in a situation where you're like, hey, we got this one thing with the chapter project, we're trying to close it out. We'll be happy to help out and to, to be there for anything that you need. But having said that, we all need a little bit of a break. So give yourself time to sleep, watch some holiday Hallmark movies, enjoy time with your family. Student success work is some of the most emotionally rewarding, but also draining work that you could possibly do. So please give yourselves a break, take care of yourselves and your families. We appreciate y'all. We're thankful for your friendship and partnership. And we look forward to hopefully seeing you in person at Catalyst in Denver in 2022. But if you're not able to make the journey, to continuing to engage with you online and then seeing you virtually. I love it. Maybe not a Hallmark movie. Okay, excellent, excellent point. But we sure appreciate all of y'all and hope you have a happy holiday season. Thank y'all.
Cheers.